Hi guys, NDFJ, and this is episode 1. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Now, this is my designing and building an operating system. Basically, the way this is going to be structured is, I'm going to go through all the key features in the first thing, showing you how to call your events, how to design, and all that lot. And as we go through, then I'm going to start slowly putting all the things together. So, this episode is just basically designing the OS, how you want it to look, stuff like that. So first thing I want to do is, the first thing I usually do, is I usually design a background. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to call paint, I'm just going to call this dot background. And that'll just create an empty file. So I'm just going to, I don't know, draw my standard logo. Just something simple. Oh, get rid of that. I'm all over the place today. Yeah, so something nice and simple. We'll just colour this in. The reason I'm using Paint is because, well, it saves you from going ahead and downloading NPaint Pro, and if you have NPaint Pro you can use that, but I'm just going to use Paint for this one. So, yeah, I think that'll do. It's not exactly centered, but... Right, so we can save that. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start it. So I'm just going to go Edit GUI. You can call this whatever you want. I like to call it a GUI. And then I'm just going to go and comment that so I know exactly what it is. Now what I want to do is I want to set my SLC to 0. I call it an SLC, it's basically the context menus. Next thing, what I want to do is I want to create a function. And basically what I'm going to do with this function is I'm going to call it the title bar. So function title bar, and now with this I'm just going to go term.set cursor position 1,1, term.set background color, and now you can set this to whatever you want. I'm just going to go with 8. It's the usual color I use. I'm just going to go T bar C. Title bar color, term.set text color T bar T C. You can call these whatever you want. It's just so I know what they are. So T bar C equals 8, T bar TC equals 1. And then next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go term dot clear line, and term dot set cursor position. I'm just going to go with something like 20. I'm just going to go with 3 and 1. I'm going to print. What am I looking for? That's what I'm looking for. I'm going to print begin. Next thing I'm going to do is, that should be the first function completely set up. So basically that'll draw a title bar. So if we just go title bar and save that, I've called GUI. There we go, we have begin across the top. So edit GUI, term dot clear, term dot that's in the wrong place. because obviously we want them to be able to customize things, so we're just going to go with back color and set that to 1. And we're going to go term.set background color back color and term.clear, and that should work. So if we go GUI, it should be white. Perfect. Edit GUI. Next thing. So that title bar is going to be in another function. So we're going to go function draw desktop. And in here, I'm just going to go I'm just going to go with bground. That'll do. So bground equals paint utils dot load image, and just got to remember what you called it. So dot background, and then we're going to go paint utils dot load image. Nope, we want to draw the image, not load it. So draw image, and we'll call it bground. There we go. And now if we call the title bar, that should draw us a nice desktop if we call the desktop. So draw desktop and GUI. I did something wrong. Where did I go wrong? Paint utils, draw image, bground. Okay, so I did something wrong somewhere. Give me a second to figure this out. And I know exactly where I went wrong. I didn't set where I wanted it to be, so we want it centered pretty much. So if we go like that, there we go, we have a nice background. Obviously you can change that wherever you want. Now we get to the fun part. I'm just going to go with a while true do. No, that's in the wrong place as well. And yes, I'm doing all this within ComputerCraft just because I'm feeling lazy. So while true do local event x y equals os dot pull event and I like to use raw. Right, next thing I'm going to do is drop that down a little bit. I'm going to end the function, well, end the loop. I'm just going to go if slc is equal to 0, then end that. So if slc is equal to 0, then if event equals mouse click, then end that. If x is greater than equal to, what was it? So if x is greater than equal to 2 and x is less than equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and less than equal to 8, and y is equal to 1, and button is equal to 1, then right. Another thing I need to do is I need to add button into here. I'm just going to go button Right, so now we're just going to test it, so I'm just going to go term.clear. I'm just going to put an else here and just have it redraw the desktop. And GUI. Right, so if we click on that, it clears. And we can click back to redraw the desktop. So we have a sort of working GUI now. I don't know why that's white. I'll have to fix that. I think that's where I started going wrong. So I'll fix that later. So now we can just... well, we can't exactly terminate that. But yeah. So we can go edit GUI. So there's your basic function. Now we can define another function and have it as function draw menu 1 end, and then we can basically put whatever we want here. So we can just go term.set cursor position 1,2 print. This is just a really simple way of doing this. You could use a table, you could use other things. I'm just doing this for the ease of it. Basically in here you'll just say what you want to be doing. So I'm just going to go with shut down. Restart. You can define whatever you want in here. Right, one thing I didn't do is I'm just going to go term.set text color. I'm just going to go with 1 for this. No, I'm not. I'm going to go with 256 and term.set background color 128. So those are the two different greys. So now instead of clearing the term, I'm just going to draw menu 1. So draw menu 1. Now if we call GUI, click on that. Okay, so 31 attempts to call nil. So edit GUI. Where did I go wrong there? Okay, so it drew shutdown. It just didn't draw the rest. There we go. Gotta remember your case sensitive, so GUI. Now if I click on that, shut down, restart. They're not going to do a damn thing. But yeah, so we have that working now. So next thing we want to do is edit GUI. Sorry about that guys, just had to go sort something out. Right, so as I was saying, now we've got that drawn, and we can easily just draw the desktop. So draw desktop should really have a clear function within it. So I'm just going to go add that into here. So term.clear. Well, term.set background color, and what did I define it as? I defined it as back color. So back color. So now that should have got rid of my redrawing issue. So GUI, click on that. So now we have that. Right, so we can get rid of that. So edit GUI. Right, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to define what these do. Oops. Ignore me. It's a draw menu. Then if and end. Oh no, that was right. Right, so we have that. Just gonna keep that at that for now. Right, so we've got this if statement here. Now we want to expand on this, so that ends there. So what we want to do is we want to go else if SLC equals 1, then if and so else if SLC equals 1, then if x is greater than equal to 2 and x is less than equal to 11, because I made it 10 wide. We'll just have that as 0. No, we'll set that to 1. And button equals 1 and y equals 3. Then SLC equals 0, and we need to set this to SLC equals 1. So now if you click on that one, we set it to shut down. Yeah, we set that one to shut down. We'll just go os dot shut down. Then else if x is greater than equal to 1 and x is less than equal to 11 and y equals 4 and button is equal to 1, then SLC equals 0, os dot reboot. Else SLC equals 0, draw desktop. So GUI, now if we click on that, we can get rid of it all the same, but if we click shutdown, it'll turn off, and GUI, and if we click restart, that all works. So we can always, so now we can click it, get rid of it, all the same as anything else. So that's basically the tutorial for that context menu. I'll put this code that I wrote today in the description, so you can always download it, use it, expand on it. And tomorrow I will be doing the right-click context menus. So when you right-click on the desktop, you get a separate menu. Basically, I'm going to try and keep this entire OS just one file. So it's going to be one big massive file instead of how I usually do things. But yeah, so that's basically a nice simple way of creating a context menu, well, a start menu, and I'll expand on that tomorrow. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, I hope you learnt something, and I'll just give you a quick sneak peek at the code and how it is now. And you can't see a damn thing, I do realise that, and I'm sorry for that. So I'm just going to load this in Notepad, and basically this is the code I've just written. So as you can see, we have the basic functions, everything there. So I'm going to put this into the description. If you like it, well, yeah, you know what to do. Subscribe, like, comment, favourite, I don't know, share it wherever you share things, and just show your support. Tomorrow I'll be doing the right-click context menus and adding in some extra features. I'm NDFJ, you guys are amazing, I love you all, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!